Hello, hello. How are you all doing? How is everybody? We doing good? I've got a very needy dog this evening. I don't even know. Come on then. I don't even know what it wants. I got a dog. Hello, dog. Yeah. It's come to be helpful. So helpful. It's being a helpful puppy. Look at it. So, look, are you impressed with how helpful it is? Hi, baby. Hi. How are we all doing? Is everybody doing well? I have got some actual things that we are going to be doing this evening when my dog is being less needy. Okay, so we're going to have a moment whilst we have a needy dog. Yeah, needy dog. I was meant to start a little bit earlier, but my dearest darling primary partner broke down. So I've been on the phone to him on and off for the last half an hour or so, possibly a little bit longer. But he's alright now, he's on his way home. It's all good. So yeah, we've got a mini box to build. It's like mini box, it's actually in pieces. We've got a lino print that I've carved that we're going to test to see if it works. And we've got some super glue and some bicarb if we have a chance to kind of have a go at doing some molds. So we'll see how it goes. Mostly right now we're going to deal with the dog. The dog, he's the only reason we're all here. He's the only reason anybody comes and looks at this. As for the dog, yeah, I've just realised that like there's a tiny baby butt just like sticking out of there. So let's just move the tiny baby butt. There we go. It's lovely. It's tiny baby butt. Tiny baby butt out of the way. Okay. So so whilst we're having a needy dog moment, I'm just going to run through where we're at. I don't know if any of you saw the all of 5 minutes I was live earlier. I couldn't be live for any longer than that because I was in the workshop and the level 2s and 3s have got hand-ins at the moment, so they're all been rushing around. So I showed you what was going on with the box, and I showed you what the plan is with the base, which at some point I need to stick down enough to be able to bring it home and actually do the work on it. So that's cool. I've got some paper that I need to cut up, and I wanted to do it with the guillotine because it needs to be good. So what I'm doing with the box now, I am lining it on the inside with this slightly glossy kind of paper, and that's gonna go over the walls on the top and bottom of the inside of the box. And then for the outside, I found in the paper that has been picked up from the recycling pile and things like that. I don't know if it's, yeah, so you can just about, he's so shiny, see this kind of scale texture on here, and my plan is to use that to look like tiles on the outside. So that's kind of the plan with that. And it's good to have a plan because, you know, it's been a little bit all over the place. We're getting there now though, we're getting there, and I'm starting to run out of time a little bit, but not to the point of stressing. We're alright at the moment. We're still kind of good at the minute, but we'll see how that goes. Like, everything may change. Oh, sinusitis is terrible. Vince gets that all the time. It's not good. I hope you're staying hydrated and all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to assume that staying hydrated is exactly what you're meant to do when you have that kind of thing wrong with you. So yeah, so that's kind of what I showed you earlier. It's kind of what we're going to be doing moving forward. That's all good. So let's bring you down a little bit. We're gonna be down. How are we doing? Let's be down. Said the bishop to the actress. There we go. That's a beautiful mouse in the way. So, penicillin. That's joy. So much joy. Like, I bet you're so happy. So much happiness. A minute ago I had this all figured out, and now I'm totally... Alright, there we go. Okay, so X goes to X. So yeah, so this is a box. For those of you who are on my Facebook, you'll already know this. For those who have not, we will fill you in very quickly. I officially got my diagnosis today of being broken, as always. But in this particular breakiness, I finally got diagnosed with my perimenopausal stuff, which is cool. I am very happy about that because it means that I'm not going mad. There's actually something wrong with me. Yay. The downside of that is that, can you look over here, you guys? Thanks. The downside of that is they gave me this tiny box, right, which is going to last about 3 seconds in my house, if that. So I asked my lovely tech in college very nicely, the lovely Alex, whom I dearly appreciate, if we could maybe knock up some kind of box that I could use. Why is that wrong? To keep the stupid patches in so that I don't lose them immediately. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I literally had figured this all out a minute ago, and now I have totally forgotten what I did to figure it out. Oh yeah, that's it, right, yes. So that goes there, that goes there like that. And it's like an open top. Honestly, it's been a day. It's properly been a day today. Running around everywhere, trying to get things done. Computers class is actually going really well. Surprisingly well. I am surprised by this. I don't know about everybody else. I was not expecting it to go well because it's computer class. You know, the thing that I am not good at doing, apparently I'm okay at. So that's a thing now. So like, I've got the computer class thing going on. The website's coming on really well, actually. We've had to send a help card to the company that runs the website because for reasons known only to themselves, it has decided that it doesn't want to work properly the way a website should work. And that is a problem. Because, you know, I need it to do a very specific job, which in this case is be a website. Okay? There's 50% of my mark. I need you to do the job. Please do your job. So we've had to put in a help thing for that because the website just isn't loading ever for anybody. I thought maybe it was just me, but no. Turns out it's not. It's not a me thing for a change. Why is it? Oh, because you put it on backwards. No bad. Why does it work on one side and not on the other? That's why. Yeah, I just want to get this made. Like I said, I do have some other things for us to be doing. But the sooner I get this made, like, it's been like properly like messing about with it for the last like, well, since I got home, to be fair. So probably about an hour. I've been just trying to figure this box out and get it done so that I can probably make it pretty, because it is a very plain wooden box, as you would expect a plain wooden box to be. The last box was so much easier to put together. Why is this so difficult? Oh my god. Ugh. Problem with these CNC slot boxes, right, is that the laser doesn't entirely cut them 100% accurately. And one of the things we discovered last week was that me filing down bits of wood does not make good ASMR, apparently. Okay. So, you know, it's just it's not quite got the tolerances that I would expect. I'll stick a hammer on it in a bit. Be fine. We'll hammer it. If all else fails, hammer it. Just like hammer it. And the plus side, the end bits fit really well. So that's nice. What was the next bit? Was it that bit? No, it was that bit. I know. It's just... I love doing them. I've like literally got a house upstairs that I got that actually I need to unglue because the wood has warped on the base, so I need to unglue the walls and re-glue all of the walls after I've steamed and straightened. The there we go. What are you doing? No, in there. There we go. But sometimes they're just a bit of a pain. I think that's where we're going with this. It's just a bit of a squeaky pain. Go on, you can do it. Oh God, seriously, you can't do it. Why can't you do it? Just be a box already. Like the one that I designed. I designed it. So I knew exactly how it was going to go together, you know. This one, we found the pattern online. Let's see, I'm seeing whether... Okay, there we go. Is that way? Is it that way? It might be that way. There we go, it's that way. Okay. And that bit goes in there, that bit goes in there. I said that bit goes on... What? Why are you not going on there? Thank you. So is it going to be easier to... No, it's got to go on like that, isn't it? Yeah, okay. And then he's... Nope. X to X, there we go. Thankfully, I did do a small amount of marking when I half figured it out before taking it all apart again. I'm not like taking it apart, but I'd got like a half idea of how it was going to go. So I think what I'll do is I'll half put these on and then fit them in properly once it's all attached. So what was it? Is it that way? That way? Did I just put it that way? I did, didn't I? What's going on? Is that way? Yeah, okay, that way. Hi, my name is Jazz and I do not know what I am doing. Welcome to the I do not know what I am doing channel. And it was interesting because like when I first came on earlier, there was like 4 viewers in the room. I was like, oh, 4 viewers. It's a bit high considering I've been on for about 3 seconds. Yeah, they saw Jake and left. That's why I'm blaming it on anyway. Definitely not because I was telling the camera what we were going to be doing today. Oh, that's a good squeak. Today in unintentional ASMR, squeaky bits of wood. Be thankful I've not got the hammer out, which is what I'm going to have to do when I'm not streaming anymore. Just that way. Don't do it the other way, you'll break it. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh. Whew. Okay. Now to do that all over again. So I guess I'm just gonna angle this one because we're gonna need to. Honestly, right, this seemed like such a good idea. Like a box to keep my meds in so I don't lose my meds because, hi, my name is Jazz. But I'm beginning to think that this was not such a great idea. Why will you now not go down there? What is... Oh, yeah. It's okay. That's a me thing. That is a me thing. That was a me issue. It's all right. We're not going to panic. There we go. It's all right. Honestly, it totally is as well. It's just like next time my doctor's all like, you need to do more exercise and help with your weight loss. I'm going to be like, look, I make slot together boxes and houses. I don't need any more exercise. I like properly broken myself today from doing stuff. So just Scohenge. We don't need it to be an actual box. All right, we can. Dear me. I was just like, do you know what? I'll spend like 10 minutes putting this together on stream, and then we'll move on to the other bits and pieces that I want to do today. I'm hilarious. Seriously. I think I can see where the problem is. The problem is that I thought that this was a really good idea. That's the problem. There we go. Right, there we go, like that. Okay, and then if you could just... If everybody else could just go in the gaps that they belong in. Okay, yep. And you... Oh, fucking hell. Excuse my language. It's no good. It's going to have to come out. I'm sorry. Bloody well worked. Okay. I didn't want to get the hammer out. I didn't. But it's being a dick. Alright. Better. I was like, I was going to be really professional and not swear tonight. I was going to try. I was honestly going to try so hard to just... But no. This box happened. So, alright. There's been a minor issue with the fact that I decided to do all of these video blogs instead of writing them down, because I never like, I don't know what it is about written diaries. I struggle with written diaries. They just annoy me. Right. And it was all agreed. I distinctly remember it all being agreed. For me to do a video blog like this, right? Otherwise, me being me, wouldn't have actually done it. No? You flip off the edge like that. Oh my god, so we did it. Ladies, gentlemen, frogs, tadpoles. Anybody else? I made a box. Fucking hell, I made a box. Right, now. And then, I mean, I'm probably not, like, just gonna take these things out. Take these things out of here. Which apparently, I've been told, are clearly marked as to what... Oh yeah, no, clearly marked. Can you... Right, I'll show you the clear differences between these two patches, because I have to take them at a very specific time. Okay, right, that's patch number 1. That's patch number 2. The very clear difference, so clear. That one has 50 and that one has Conti. Do you see how clear that was? It's not very clear, but we know now. It's fine. That was for my sister. But it works. You know, they go in the box, and then I can use the label of what it is to put on the top. I might try and do a little bit of tightening around there, but yeah, Med's box. I shouldn't be able to lose that. It was meant to originally fit this box in it, but my measurements might have been a little bit off, so that's fine. Just so we know, we're not meant to eat these. Right, so that was that. A box. Yep, we made a box. So at some point I'm going to make that box pretty. What? Right, what's the chances my tea is even vaguely still warm? I mean, it's not freezing. That really hurt. That was like a serious workout. Goodness me. So, that was fun. The next thing on the list. So much to do. Right. Next thing on the... Yeah. You know. I did this. It's beautiful. It's my logo. It's my thing. Okay. Then I transferred that onto this bit of lino, remembering to go backwards for the text. Look at that, it's beautiful. So the next thing we're going to do is get some of this stuff and see if it prints. And if it does print, I've also got some fabric paint that works on paper and fabric that can be heated on, so I can just stamp everything ever. Everything ever. Bet you wish I'd thought of that before I got you to make me a million bags, didn't you? Oh, hilarity. No, I know you can't. You can wait. It looks like that. But backwards. Hilarious. So we're going to do that. And then got this other thing we're going to do. This other thing. There it is. I did this. Oh, good camera. What are you doing? Got this. Come on. Better. Really? Really focus? Apparently today we are not going to focus. Who needs to focus? Right, you're going back down to the table. I don't like you anymore. Right down there. Hello. There we go. Okay. So there we go. So we're going to try that. And we're going to carve this a little bit more. And then see if we can't do some mould. And do the super glue. Let's do that, shall we? This one first because I need to see if it worked. My beautiful carving of beautifulness. What I don't have is anything useful like a tray. So I'm going to use this bit of I'm going to just turn a bit of it over. Oh no, we're not going to turn it over. Oh well, we'll just deal with the super glue. It'll be fine. Right. Yeah, so yeah, website's coming along really well, which is nice. Considering it was, you know, me all like, I'm not gonna do that, I don't like it. It's doing alright actually. Okay. I mean, it looks alright from here. I have done lino stuff before. I did it in one of my previous exhibitions. I'm going to use this one that doesn't have a handle to just give it a quick roll. I do have a handle for this one somewhere. This one was part of a kit ages ago. Right, we're ready. Oh, that's pretty good actually. It's better than I thought it would be. Everybody knows the first print is never the best, so we'll just add a little bit more on there. Get some ink going, and then we'll line it up ish, kinda. Do it like that. Give it a bit of a roll. I should like attach like one of the many random bits of fucking wood and stuff I've got lying around. That would help, wouldn't it? Alright, we'll do it again. Oh yeah, that's, yep. Design, print. That's pretty cool. So my plan now, well, not now, but when this is dry, the plan is to use that to make another lino carving, right? Because why would you make things easy for yourself, Jazz? This is a negative print, and I want to make a positive print as well, so I could compare the two and see which one is going to look best on my business cards, because all of this is for my business cards. Okay, business cards of joy. That's quite cool actually. I'm actually really happy with that. So if all else fails, I've got a decent negative print. Yeah, I like it. Like Angel popped into my very short stream earlier to subscribe. Just like popped in, subscribed, left again. Like, oh, hey, bye. I'm very happy with that. Yay, monies. Oh, okay, see, and that's why the third one is always the best. Look at it. It's beautiful. How is it not the most beautiful thing? Oh, I'm so happy with that. I'm so happy with that. Yay! Right, so what I want to do, this is going to be a little bit odd now, and I don't know how well it's going to work, is add a little bit more ink to it. La, 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 la. Get my other piece of liner. I've got a few bits of liner actually. If all else fails, did you know you can carve erasers? So there's a tip for you today. If you want to do liner cutting on a budget, do tiny erasers. I'm just going to print it onto, that's totally skew just print it onto here. And the reason for this is that I want, like I said, a positive and a negative. That's cool. My Vince just got home. So that I can see which one looks best. So if I print it onto there. Yeah, cool. So now when it's dry, what I will be doing is I will be carving away all of the black and leaving the white. I'll actually I might rinse it off and do it a little bit further over so it's got a border. Maybe. Maybe. But yeah, so then what I will do is I will carve away all of the black and leave the white kind of beige, and then the next print will be just the logo and the text. So that's an option, but I think that it might need a border. I don't know. It might not. It might be alright. Might be alright. So we'll see. What I should have done is had some like liquid and a cloth ready to wash everything, but that would have been involved with being organised. It'll wash off, it'll be fine. So we'll pull those to one side to dry. Oh, dry. That one was a fairly quick one. It worked. I'm very happy. So we built a box, we've done a thing. What else were we going to do? We were going to do that. Right, so I totally need to make it deeper. So right, this is just let's move you closer for a second. Right, because we've got a little bit of glare from my beautiful blue light. It's not actually a blue light, it's a, what was that? What fell? Something fell. I heard it. Organised as always. Have you ever seen anybody more organised than Jazz? No, totally not. Like, I made this lovely beautiful space and immediately filled it with crap, because that's just how I roll. Yeah, literally. So what was I doing? Bringing you closer. That's what I was doing. Here we go. Okay, you're not 100% going to be able to see what I'm doing, so I'm going to just do another one. So we're going to draw a rough idea of a bone. Okay, and this is for the base of the art gallery. So bright. Like, there's nothing I can do about it either. Like, there you go. There we go. Do it just shadowy. Right. Anyway, so what we're gonna do with that tool there is we're going to scrape it away. So let me show you how this works. So, wrong side. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this very pointy flat tool. Pointy flat tool. Okay, pointy. Just got like this, like quite point on it. Right, and I'm just going to use it to scrape away the plaster within the lines that I've drawn. You could also use one of the which point you got free at the probably actually, oh, it's literally next to me. So I'm gonna like use one of these, just draw where I've done my pencil lines. Now I know you can't see this very well because who needs any kind of shading or light balance ever, right? So So let's see if this works. We've got a bit of a cable going on. That's kind of, yeah. So some more unintended ASMR for you today. And all you've got to do, because this is just plaster, it's just a plaster blanket. Basically, when the college does plaster work with the lower level students, anything left over gets poured into a blank, right? And they just have them all like different sizes. I picked up a square one, and I picked up this like larger one, and I've got a round one, and they're all going to be for this same thing. They're going to be for carving. Yes, stabby tools, yep. They're all going to be for carving these different bones, fish heads and what have you into this plaster, and then either I'm going to use it to make a positive, which I will then use to do a mould in Play-Doh, or I will do it straight in here. The thing is, I don't think, and we're going to find out together in a moment, that the bicarb super glue mixture will come out of the plaster, but we'll find out. It's all about the experimentation today, just like I don't know what I'm doing as per. So I'm just gonna get as much out as I feel is necessary. Now what I'm not doing is making sure it's perfectly smooth, because I kind of want a slightly aged look to these, like that kind of been here for a little while, you know. Oh, that's a good squeak. Do you like it? Do you like the unintentional ASMR? Maybe I should become an ASMR channel. This looks like we'll do the workshop ASMR channel, where it's basically me making lots of different noises, like scraping and sanding and squeaking, tapping, sawing, that's a good one, drilling, because that's not hideous. It'll be the best thing. I'm sure people will flock to it. Like workshop ASMR, it's totally a thing. Hammering, yes, hammering, that'd be great, especially if you've got, like, you know, like you get those headphones and you get that special microphone for ASMR, and there's going to be me hammering. It'll honestly be the best thing. It's like, can you think of anything? You think of anything better than that, really? Occasionally the dog barking. Okay. It'd be amazing. Well, I could get Kaylee to do some gardening, and we can have some like forks hitting dirt. That'd be a good one. I don't see any issues with this at all. See? Just do it. And call it the worst ASMR channel ever. Sewing machine, that's a good one. Just a sewing machine doing its thing. Alright, that'll do. So, this may or may not work. Let us find out. Right, I'm going to move you up one rung and angle you a bit more. There we go. I should probably do something with that cable. Hang on. I don't have a cable behind my phone. There we go. Right. So, how this works. Then I'm going to use my cheap super glue. This is cheap super glue. I also have this slightly less cheap super glue that we're going to do. And we have this from the Whole Food Earth. This is sodium bicarbonate, baking soda. It's basically a form of salt. So what we're going to do, Scritchy scratch, don't forget to eat. I had some rice when I first got in. I had some katsu rice with soft cheese and a bread roll. I ate before I started today. I'm giving myself 10 out of 10 for that. So, how this is meant to work. And I say meant to work because I don't know that it's going to work with this mould. We're going to find out together. Is you get your bicarb and you fill your mould. And I'm doing it in tiny amounts because, as I discovered earlier, you really can make a mess with this. And we're going to put it in there. I'm not going to pack it too much. I could use a different shaped spoon. I need tiny spoons. Send me the cocaine spoons immediately. I require the cocaine spoons. Or that also works. So we're just going to fill the tiny bone shape with this bicarb, and from what I've discovered from my experimentation so far, it really does have to be bicarb. You can't like use baking powder or soda crystals or anything else. It actually 100% has to be bicarb. Alright, this is probably not going to work. I'm prepared for it not working. And then you add, see, and this is the problem I had last time. It just, I don't know. I wonder if it's because I'm packing it in. Well, I mean, that makes more sense. Maybe I should do it in layers. I don't want to do it in layers. Because the point is, right, yeah, so when you add bicarb to super glue, just give it a bit of a, make sure it's fully, it turns into a kind of plastic. So I think what we'll do is empty a little bit out and we'll start again. I've got super glue all over my fingers now. This is a normal thing. I often have super glue all over my fingers when working with super glue. It's like a thing in my life. I'm going to use some of this as well. And we're going to not pack it down this time. We're just going to sprinkle it in, add some super glue, and then sprinkle some more. It'll be fine. We'll work it out together because I don't want to like make the final thing. See, that's kind of working-ish. See, the other option, which I'm thinking will work with the Play-Doh more than this, is to put the super glue in first and then add the baking soda. But obviously, I don't know, so we'll see. We're just going to keep experimenting. We're going to... This is kind of what we're doing right now. No, don't go that one. I like that one. What I did discover earlier is that this is fantastic for when you just want a stronger join. Like, we were pressure fitting a bit of plastic into the box, yes, and it wasn't quite the right fit, so I added some super glue bicarb mixture, and it was solid. It's a solid thing. Right, so yeah, see, that's what I thought. I mean, it's hardened. It has hardened. Kind of. Right, so it kind of worked, but it's quite brittle and it kind of stuck to the mould. I feel like this is going to take a lot more experimentation. But it did harden. I don't know. This should work. I just don't. Right, let me try something, because from what I read, which one's open? It's apparently meant to work better if you use Play-Doh as a mould. So let's try. Oh, it's so close to working. On the plus side, it does mean that when you're cleaning up, like the bicarb drives all super glue out, so that's cool. Alright. Right, so this is just some 50p Play-Doh I got from the local corner shop. I'm going to roll it in a ball. Move you up a little bit. There we go. I'm going to roll it in a ball. I'm going to add a bit more than that. Do you know what I tried the other day? I tried one of the white chocolate cream eggs, and I think, and I realise it's sacrilegious to say this, but I think I prefer the white chocolate one to the standard milk chocolate one. And I know, but I think it tastes better. Okay, right. No, it's not. It's not the devil. It just makes us poorly. And that's okay. Alright, so let's get it at a fairly decent length. Let's see, because the other thing I'm thinking is that I can use... Let me clean that mould out properly. What I'm going to do is stick some PVA in there and let that dry overnight. It's my favourite thing to do. Just fill a mould with glue, let it dry overnight, and then tomorrow I will have a mould of that so I can try making an imprint with that. I'm going to do this one as well. This one's a little bit shallower, but I like how it looks. So we'll leave those to dry overnight and check in with those tomorrow. One thing I also will be doing for a little bit is I'm going to be doing, I did mention it last week, but I'll mention it again. I'm going to be doing some recorded stuff and putting it straight onto YouTube, because it would be easier for me. Like, I can put my camera onto time lapse and put some music on and do some work and then just upload the time lapse. So, right, I don't know how this is going to work. So let's make a rough bone shape. So I think with this you just kind of press it down, don't you? Yeah. Like, I've never really sculpted with Play-Doh before. It's wasn't part of my fine art, you know. It wasn't a prerequisite to sculpt with Play-Doh. So I don't really know how. When I saw this on YouTube, because everything comes from somewhere else, the guy he put stuff in and made imprints with it, like screws and stuff, and then kind of did it from there, which is where the idea came from. And I was like, that's genius. I could totally use that with my bones, and then I could do it all how I want to. So I'm thinking what I might have to do is carve the plaster, do the PVA glue, and then use that to make imprints into the Play-Doh. But we will see. I definitely think it's going to be a case of doing it in layers. Thankfully, I got a huge bag of this stuff, so, you know. Make sure it's properly in there. And I mean, it's not huge in the grand scheme of things, but for doing this with, it's a huge bag. But like, his super glue just sank into it, and that was that. It was got like this perfect little bit of fucking plastic that was like amazing. And I'm just like, why is mine not working like that? Why is mine not working like that? So this is a different glue that needs a pin putting in it because of obviously. Where is my pin? I don't even know where my pin is. Hello? Pin? 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 This is what happens when you put things away before you start. There it is. No, that's a knife. That's not a pin. It's a knife. That is not a pin. It's also not a pin. I do not know. I'm going to use this poker thing instead. Okay, that should hopefully work. Right. Or not. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, right. The super glue is coming out. But this is a thicker super glue, so I don't think this is going to work either. Maybe I should have filled the thing with the super glue and then added that. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just go with that. I don't know what I'm doing. The guy on the video made this look like the easiest thing ever. Jake's having opinions. I have something that I don't mind. Yeah, I do. No. See, that's not... It's not getting into it. Oh my god, sir. This looked so easy. Why is this not as easy as he made it look? I feel like more research is needed. That's what I'm thinking right now, because okay, I think that's all. Okay, so kind of, it didn't go all the way down into the mold. Let me just, but, and it has got orange on it from the Play-Doh. Let me just give that a quick clean. I don't have a different brush, and I've just covered this very hard one in even more hardness. Okay, hang on. Forget all of the smear, and then you can kind of see, where we're going with this. Look at it. It's a tiny bone. It's a teeny tiny bone made from a Play-Doh mold. Do you see? Do you see that? Right. So it kind of works. Alright. So, let me see. Let me just... So I'm going to dust the mold. Just dust the mold with a little bit. And then add some super glue. And then dust super glue, dust super glue. We'll see how that goes. Alright. It could work. If this works, this will be the best thing, because I really do need to make quite a lot of little bones and animal skulls and stuff like that. And it's one of those things where obviously it doesn't really... I don't have the money to spend on finding an actual mould for this. I'm sure there are actual moulds out there. But also, this way I can do it the way I want it to be, you know? I may have put too much glue in that time. But we're getting somewhere. Definitely getting somewhere. Yeah, so that time I put too much glue in. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's all fine. Everything is fine. What do you mean it's not fine? It's totally fine. I feel like I'm excavating. Like, it's got some good heat behind it. I'll tell you that. And I've got a feeling okay, not as good. Not as good. My fault. Totally my fault. making sure I cover all the super glue with bicarb. Like, we're getting there, so it's working. And I think the downside of this is it may end up being a one-use mould, but if I can do it where like I carved the mould out of the plaster first, then I could just keep making an imprint over and over again. But obviously I still need to know how to do this bit. I may have added too much bicarb into the Play-Doh mix. Well, this is why I also brought 3 tubs of really cheap Play-Doh. Like, right. This was not the most expensive thing in my life. Okay. Bone has 2 holy bits. And a holy bit, and a long bit. No, it doesn't need to be perfect, because right now we don't need perfect, we just need to figure out what on earth we're doing. I'm going to bring that end up because I think it's a bit low, and I do not want super glue all over the table. Even though I do have super glue all over it already. It's my precious, precious, preciousness. Yeah, too much glue. We're going to try again. We're like... Just reading my learning outcomes and everything on what this blog's meant to be, and it's meant to be a record of your personal journey along with critical evaluation. Alright, here is my critical evaluation of this so far. It's wrong! Right. Okay, just gonna... There's a couple of bits that are a little bit deep that might be a little bit hard to get out. I'm gonna like, alright, I'm just gonna go with that. It's not, just fine. Alright, and I'm gonna put a little bit of super glue in first. I'm also using the cheaper super glue right now rather than the slightly more expensive super glue. And I'm just gonna, oh no I'm not, because it's super glued itself up. Oh, for goodness sake. The super glue is super glued. Oh my life! Oh my life! Oh god, I've got super glue all over my tools. It's just super glue everywhere. It's not funny. Don't be laughing at me. It's not funny right now. Ow! Okay, that could have been funny. Could have been also very, very bad. Let's not do that again. Why is the super glue super glued itself? Why would you do that? I don't have a... Do you know what? And this is weird. I don't have a pin. What is wrong with that? I don't... Just... That's a sentence that I don't have a... How? How do I not have a pin? How? That should be a lot. What is wrong with my life when I, the person who spent years making their own clothes, that's a pair of earrings. That's not helpful, is it? Don't have an actual pin. I don't. I wonder if this bit of, no, it's not going to work, is it? No. Just double check. Oh, it did work. Haha. Well, I was not expecting that to work. Alright. But yeah, I apparently do not have a pin. I don't know where I went wrong in my life to not have a pin. If this thing will work. Let's find out. La 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 la. Is it working? Oh, it is kind of working. Alright. We're going to put some little bits. Okay. We're going to put a little bit in the bottom here. On the plus side, the super glue does not stick to the Play-Doh, which is cool. Guess that's why they suggest using... Do you know what I need? Like the world's smallest sieve. And just get the world's smallest sieve. I'm making such a mess right now though. Alright, that kind of is not working. That's fine. It will work. It'll be fine. What I need is like a stirry stick. Yeah, but then how do you stir it up without... Oh, it's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's all good. Right. We'll do that bit. So that's layer 1. There, I'm going to move this a little bit closer so you can see what's going on. Badly, because, you know, big white light. You can't win with lighting. Squeeze, squeeze. Kind of. Yeah. I don't know where that one's going. But then we kind of just gonna tip it around a minute and like cover every inch of the inch. There's only an inch of it. Just make sure I'm covering that current layer of baking stuff, whatever it is that I said it was. Right, I've just stuck my fingers together. That was amazing. And then sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. This is entirely how I like to spend my evenings. Squeezing super glue into bicarb on the off chance that we can make a thing. If I ever decide to do this again, I want 2 parts silicone. Then I can just use my resin. Yeah, that would be nice, right? Just, it's entirely not eco-friendly though, is it? Resin. As far as, you know, eco-ness. Why are you not covering that bit? Can you cover that bit, please? Where's my pokey stick? Come here, pokey stick. I don't know why it doesn't want to cover that bit. It's just like, no. Whoa! 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 Ooh, that was an interesting reaction. I don't know what happened there. There was smoke. Did you see it? Did you see the smoke? Yes. Do you know what smoke means? It means something somewhere's working. Also means I should probably be working in a ventilated space. It's fine. Do what I say, not what I do. Yeah, that works. Yeah, it's covering me legally, right? Seriously though, guys, if you do decide to like try anything like this at home, do work in a... I am actually in a very decently ventilated room. I'm not in my bedroom. I'm not sat on the sofa. I'm not close to the actual thing. So, you know, if you do decide to try anything like this, do try to take some precautions. But mostly now I just want to make smoke again. It's great. Oh, hello. That was bubbly. How many bones are you making? At this rate, 1. Ooh, it's doing something. I don't know if you can see the smoke. Super gluey. It did something. I like that it did something. I don't know what it did, but it did. Well, that's it. I kind of don't actually know. I've started making the base. Oh, I've just broken my brush. I have started making the base, and until I've finished making the base, I don't entirely know. But I need lots of different types of bones, as well as lots of different... Otherwise, I'd have just brought one of those bone chocolate molds that you get for, like, Halloween and stuff. So I don't 100% know. Is the answer. But what I want to do is have at least like probably 3 or 4 per side. There's 4 sides, so you're looking 12 to 16 of the smaller bones, plus animal bones, plus fish heads. Not at all ambitious in any way, shape or form. But because I need the different types of bones as well, that's kind of one of the issues. It's not just needing the bones, it's needing to make all the different types of bones, and it's just everything. There's just everything. And we're not even going to talk about the tiny skulls I'm hoping to make, although that's starting to look like I might only make one of those. Oh, that's probably why that keeps doing that. So let's get nothing, because you have nothing. Oh, I've got a pin. Found a pin. Right, this is the new home, the new lid for the super glue. Shush your face. This is Jake has opinions. If you're no, it's alright. The bones don't have to be silicone. No. Let me clean this up and then I shall explain. The bones are being made currently out of super glue and bicarb, because super glue and bicarb makes a really cool plastic mix. It's not too horrendous for the environment. Right, okay. And because it's easy to put together than resin, which would have been the original choice. Resin was my original choice, and then I realised that resin is very, very bad for the environment. Okay, so yes, I know that ping was you. I got as far as Friday for graduation. The idea being, I mean, I've made this one far too large, but it seems to have worked this time. Obviously I need to rinse it in water, which I do not have anywhere near me without going into the kitchen, but it has worked. So layering worked, and that whatever that reaction was that we weren't getting before seems to have really helped. So that's interesting. I also have quite a lot of unset bicarb in places. So again, more YouTube needed, I think. But it's kind of, it's not really a bone, but you can kind of see where I was going with it. Now, let me just use what we've got so far and just let me give you an idea. So let's pretend this random, now no longer any good as actual Play-Doh, piece of Play-Doh is the edge of underneath my art gallery. So my art gallery sat here, and this is like the toxic wasteland underneath, right? So the bones would be kind of sticking out of the wasteland. Let's just like that, to kind of make it look like the art materials around it actually doesn't look too bad. So the art materials around it have caused this kind of death and destruction. So the bones themselves are going to be made out of either this bicarb super glue mix or normal PVA glue painted, or if I have to, I do have not a massive amount, and definitely not that because that's squishy gel, but I do have some various resins lying around. Like I've got some UV resin, and I've got some 2-part resin, and I've got some pigments, but I don't have a lot of it and would prefer not to use my resin on a college project, and B, it's my resin. But you can kind of see what I'm going for, like the idea behind. Oh my god, I forgot I moved you quite low. No, stay, bad people. Yeah, so you can kind of see the idea that I'm going for with like the bones in like the ground and stuff like that, and the dead animals and stuff. And I've got some ideas for artwork. Did I show you the ideas for the artwork? I will show you the ideas for the artwork, since I happen to have my sketchbook right where it should be. Yay! I also have an iron here, crafting iron. It's specifically a crafting iron, and what's genius about this is when I was at college last, I needed it in college, so I wrote "Pat tested honest" with a smiley face on the bottom of it. That's how you do pat testing in Jazz's world. Okay, so I actually might do some black outlines in these while we're here. Shall we do them? I've made such a mess. Oh my goodness, I've made such a... Yeah, crumbs on my graphic tablet. I think not. Okay, let me just have a quick move around. We're gonna do this up as well. So yeah, it's the ideas are there. How far we're going to get with some of these ideas is going to be interesting in the time that I have, and with the amazing selection of materials that I have. Considering I really am just at the point now where I'm making it up as I go along, because that's how I work best. I am a very kinesthetic learner. I learn by doing, which is a great way to learn. It is, but also at the same time means you don't go anywhere quickly. You know, I'm going to have to sort out a cloth for in here. Some kind of wipey, because I don't have a wipey right now. Let's move the 2 fail bones over there. Let's try. Should we try? What am I on? Oh, an hour and 15. We're alright. About 10 o'clock, my dearest darling little brother will come home, and I want to not be sat at that computer when he does. What am I doing? Tidying with what? I don't know. What have I got? Not a lot, to be quite honest. And that was English for how do I not have a random piece of fabric lying around that I could tidy with. Also, are these peanuts still edible? Yeah, I don't know. Aha! Face mask. I'm just going to move everything out of the way a little bit so we can draw. Bones up there. Let's move the other bones up there. Yes, that's a sentence everybody uses. Oh yeah, don't mind me, I'm just moving the bones out of the way. I'll be right with you as soon as I've moved the bones out of the way. So if I just sweep all of this extra bicarb and Play-Doh and super glue into this drawer, then I can take this drawer into the actual bin after it's been tied in a biodegradable bag, a non-biodegradable bag. The bicarb's okay to be in the environment, super glue less so. but I'm kind of running out of options. I've not really discovered a quick, environmentally friendly way of doing it other than making up some more paper clay. I don't have time for. Anyway, so can anybody tell that I was eating? Something happened. I don't know. Don't know what it was. Was it this? So you don't even want it? Oh, you do want it. Okay, go on. Hi, Charles, what are you eating? Well, I don't know. Why? Well, it's just that something furry appeared behind you. It's been very needy at the start of the stream. It's a beautiful face. We love this face. Gothfork dog is the best dog in the world. When he's not being a dickhead. And once you take the peanuts off the top of these biscuits, they're basically like rusks. So it's good for him. He doesn't get the peanuts though. That's not good for him. There you go. That's it. That's your last bit. Boy, that's it. All gone. Do you want to come and sit for a minute? Are you okay? You okay? Come on. Come on then. You can... Go on. Go on. Come on then. No, we're not risking it. I think my tea's gone cold. Hi, baby. How you doing? How you doing? You doing good? I love him. He's not bad. I've got no more food. There's no more food. That's it. You have to wait now. There's chicken in your bowl. There's literally chicken in your bowl. He's not eating right now because he's picky. What's the thing I learnt the other day? FOMO. Fear of missing out. Which I didn't know was a thing. Apparently it's a thing. My dog has that. Definitely. No, you Bipper. You have that. Who's the daftest child in the whole wide world? Is it you? Are you the daftest child in the whole wide world? Would you like me to move back so you can actually get on my knee? Or are you going to be able to do it? Come on. Oh, look at that. There we go. Say hello to everybody. Say hi. Hi. Today's art stream is brought to you by this stupid dog. He can't draw or paint and he's a mess. But he's beautiful. He's got crap in his eyeballs and on his face. And the other day he rolled in cat poo. So that's nice. Can I help you? Told you there was no more food. Didn't believe me, did you? It's beautiful, really. I mean, how could you not love that? Look. You want the butt scritchies? Ah, you got butt scritchies. Yeah, alright, go on. Daftest fur child ever. Right, so, we are going to do something. It partially involved finishing that somewhat not warm cup of tea. It was somewhat not warm. Hello. Did you find an errant piece of biscuit? Is there a... There's a crumb? Oh my god, there's a crumb, everybody. There is a crumb on the floor. There is a crumb. Quick, call the crumb police. I left a crumb on the floor. It's alright. The crumb has been eradicated. There is no more crumb. Do you feel better for that? The Gothrog dog, brought to you by Daphnis. Oh, where are you going? Everything's gonna fall in a minute. It's gonna fall. Right. Okay, all of that so I could get a pen. Okay. Pen. 005 is not going to be big enough. What are you? This is a brush pen, that's no good either. Let's go with it. What are you? I have a lot of brush pens and not a lot else. 0.2, you should be able to see this. Anyway. It's like the most organised art stream. I don't know what everybody's problem is. Right, so let me just cover these in black for you so you can see what I'm going for. And these are going to be obviously done properly, at the right size, and placed on the walls of the gallery. I've got references for everything. Right. Because it's okay to use references, and don't ever let anybody tell you it's not. We've had this discussion many times. References are okay. And Dog's going to have some opinions, as is usual. Alright, so this one, as you can see, it's an oil colour tube with a skull and crossbones on it. Pretty obvious, I thought. This one is my favourite. This one is, it's my genius moment. Like, oh, somebody else has just gone live, good. We're gonna have a, so obviously this is a coffin. You'll notice that currently it is not in any way drawn properly because this is a sketchbook, and I am getting so annoyed, right, with all these sketchbooks that are done perfectly. I had one of what? Wait, I had one of what? What did I have one of? What, a moment? A thought? What did I do? Oh, Dog's gonna have opinions in a minute because next door's dogs are out having opinions. Whatever it is, I'm pretty sure I didn't do it. I'm just saying. I know you might have thought I did it. Oh yeah, my genius moment. Yeah, I have genius moments, you cheeky mare. But no, as I was saying, sketchbooks, right? It's this big thing that sketchbooks have to be this perfect piece of art. They don't have to be a perfect piece of art. Do you want to know why? The clue is in the name. Because it's a sketchbook. It's for sketches. Like, it's literally designed for you to get your ideas in one place without the pressure of it having to be perfect. Dun, dun, dun. I know, it's shocking news. Thankfully, this is going to be a miniature, so it doesn't have to be good. How that works, right? Okay, so this one, I love this one. That's my favourite thing. Okay, so it's an artist in a, well, it's a guy in a coffin, and I have called it, my camera won't focus as usual, I have called it An Artist's Rest. I love it. I love everything about it. And that whole, you know, art is bad for the artist as much as it is for the environment. Get it? Get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? If anybody other than Kaylee says they don't get it, I'll send the boys round. No. And I just expect Kaylee to say she doesn't get it, so it's fine. She says it on purpose though, just to wind me up. Although sometimes she doesn't get it. And that's also fair. Right, I discovered this the other day. Sometimes when I'm concentrating really hard, I suddenly stop talking. Now, I know that some of you would appreciate a moment of not talking, right? But not in the middle of a stream. Just... I think this one is pretty self-explanatory. It's a bottle of turpentine with the biohazard symbol on it. Yeah, I'm going for really subtle. Are you liking the subtlety that I'm going for? Like, I mean, can you get any more subtle? Now this one's going to look better once it's painted, to be quite honest. It's not really made for being done in black, but I will see what I can do to get the idea across. Some water there, there's water there, and then some soil, some grass. There we go, we'll put some grass in there. There's some soil there and there, soil there, and then a high bank here with some bushes and a tree. Yep. Some more bushes and some grass, and then no, that would be my husband sending me a YouTube link, not watching me on Twitch. He doesn't really do it, the whole Twitch thing. He literally joined just to give me his Prime subscription, which is beautiful. And then the bones there, bones there, and then toe bones. There's some toe bones. It's like toe beans, but bones. Okay, and then. Now, this was taken from an actual picture, not the dead things. The dead things were not in the actual picture. What do you mean you don't want to move to Norwich? What? Why? What? Okay, well I might have to look at that in a minute. I could do my MROs in Norwich. Anyway, so you've got to do little crosses on the eyes, otherwise how else do you know they're dead? Alright. It's just... It is bad, really. Is it bad, really? Is what bad, really? Oh, me not talking during a stream. You know what? Yeah, because people don't come to watch me being quiet, do they? You wouldn't tune into a TV program for silence, would you? I don't know. Anyway, so I'll show you the... Oh, it is bad. Oh my god, my sister's drunk. No, art is really bad for the environment. don't make me start on this one. So this is like, I'll show you the actual picture of the ochre lakes that are currently causing issues in various places. There's my photos, because as usual, it is okay to, say it with me now, it is okay to use a reference. So this is the actual ochre lake, right? And all of this is, my brother's home early, is digging up toxins that's getting into the actual waterways. And this is where they get ochre from on an industrial scale. So, you know, add on to that things like acrylic paint getting into the waterways. Yes, art is bad for the environment, you know? Yeah, they're just... Right. 7 years. 7 years I've been on my art is bad for the environment kick. For 2 years I've been doing it seriously. I wrote my entire dissertation on this last year. Do you not remember that? Like, I did the whole dissertation thing, and, you know, like, I explained why art is bad for the environment. We went through this whole thing together. Jazz was all like, I did this. I did a 20-odd page dissertation on why art is bad for the environment. Do you really want to go through this? How can you even ask me that after all of this? 2 years. 2 years, Sam. Damn it. You're such a dick. Oh my goodness. You and her, the two of you, are the worst. Like, actually the worst. The worst people. You wind me up and you do it on purpose. No, don't laugh at me, Sam. No laughing. This guy, you do it on purpose just to... I don't love you. No, there's no love here. No, I'm sulking now. You got me ranting on purpose. That's just mean. It's just mean. It's harsh. That's what it is. It's harsh. Kay says hi, Smiler.
Hi.
He said hi. I mean, you can hear him. Oh, well, I'm glad. I'm glad I made you happy. I'm glad that I could help. You absolute total knobhead. Bring it. Why are we friends? Why do I like you people? I don't. Hey, Theo. I can't. You're all just harshly mean, and I don't like you. I don't like you. We can't be friends anymore. Love you all, really, even if you are mean to me. I just, you know, it's fine. No, it's fine. So yeah, so that's the kind of thing that we're going with, like the oh so subtle. I mean, I think the Ochre Lakes one is fairly subtle, because if you don't know about it, but I'm gonna call it Fishing the Ochre Lakes. Oh, good. I have a whole new book to go through with you. That's fine. When I get paid, I'm finally gonna actually buy some stuff. At some point, I'm gonna be ranting about these. We'll see how that goes. This is the new medication. Comes in a patch. But yeah, so I think we've done all right today. We've done the print. We know that the lino print works. Let's go through what we've done. All right, let's we get everything. Let's get everything. So we know that the lino print works. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful. And we've got it ready to carve the next one. Well, Kaylee, the lino print works. Look at it, it's amazing. And it's ready to carve the next one. Although, it's not, is it? Does anybody recognise the very distinct issue that I'm gonna have with this. Right, I'm gonna put this to you now. Right, use your brains. What is gonna be the issue if I carve this and print with it right now? Come on. Let's go with it. If I like decided to carve this right this second. No, not the colour. No. No, it's even better than that. It's the right way round. It's the right way round. So if I carved this and printed with this, it would be the wrong way round. I would be printing it backwards. I have to work on this. Yeah, it's fine. We'll work on it. It's good. You'll do it. It's fine. At least Ray, it might be silly, but do you know what? I noticed before I carved it. Things have improved. But we've done that. So we know that the lino print, right, so that's the actual lino print. Please notice on the actual lino print, it's backwards. Do you see how it's backwards? Okay. So we know that works. So that's good. So if nothing else, we can move forward with the business cards and start getting them done. We looked at the paper that we've got for the box that I need to cut up. So obviously today was making windows for the box. The box has not come home with me. The box was a ball ache to get into college. I was not bringing it home again as well. But if you missed it, I've got this beautiful paper for the external part of the box that is not only shiny and glossy, but you can just about see the scale texture on it. So that's representing my tiles. And then I've got some slightly less shiny but still slightly glossy kind of plain kind of card here to go on the inside. That's all marked out, ready to be cut out with the guillotine because I want those lines to be straight and Jazz can't cut straight. We made a box. We made a box with a hingy lid for my new patches so that it's slightly harder to lose. I need to make a clasp for it. But look at it, it's beautiful. We made a box. All of the wood, by the way, the wood for this, the wood for the actual exhibition piece has all come from a skip. So it's all recycled. So we made a box. We did some experiments with the bicarbon super glue and we had a look at what that would look like. And now I'm seriously considering using Play-Doh for the... Not going to use Play-Doh. But it's cool. Yeah, it looks good. We've got a little bit of a bone there. We've got a couple of samples. We've got some glue in the mould drying overnight so we can use that to make impressions. And we put some black lines onto the sketches that we'd already made. So I think, considering we've been here for an hour and 40 minutes, I think we've done all right. Let me put you back where you actually belong. There we go. That's a bit too low. There we go. Yeah, so I think we've done all right. I think all right. Right, what do you know? Well, that's fine. We can talk in a minute about graduation. It's all good. Yeah, so I think we've done quite a lot tonight. I think we have been very productive. We covered what I've been doing in various classes. So yeah, things are on track. Which is shocking to me. We're doing it. Okay, I'll run through these patches with you in a minute. It should be fine, but just in case, I'm going to cut up bits of the box and attach it to the other box. That'll be fine. That's fine. But yeah, so cool. Thank you for coming with me today. Thank you for the few of you that managed to tune in for my 5 minutes earlier in the workshop. Hopefully I will be able to get more time in the workshop once the level 2s have finished their hand-ins, so we can actually do some more work in the workshop with you all. I have a little corner that I can go into now where I'm storing everything, and I will let you know what's happening with the pre-recorded stuff that's going straight onto YouTube. It's involved quite a lot of messing about so far. It's fine. I did, yeah. It was only a quick one. It was literally 5 minutes just to show the box, show the idea of the box, show the base. It's on the VOD, and it will be on YouTube as well. I think we've just about fixed the issues with my website. It's not a me thing, so hopefully once that's sorted you'll be able to type in my website and it'll actually come up, because that would be great. But I did some more work on that today. I've got a lot of colour correction to do tomorrow, and I added a new colour. I added a new colour to my colour palette. You'll love this. It was very unexpected because I wasn't quite happy with my colour palette. So I sat in class today and added a, I'm going to put it on portrait for a second. There we go, because then I could do that. See if I can, look at that. It's 3 shades of green, pumpkin orange, and look at that shade of pink. Doesn't that just pop with those other colours? I kind of love it. I'm not gonna lie, and everybody was really shocked that I added pink, but it's like pink. No, we went through loads of different pinks. And I was like, it's a bit dusky. It's a bit baby pink. It's a bit, but that is pink. We like it. So, and that should hopefully break up my website and my logo a little bit more, because the font will be going in that colour. And then the Auntie Daz Tab said hi. Hey Tabitha, you should be in bed. So yeah, so the pink's going to go on the font, the orange is going to go into the blob, so it goes from the greens to the orange, and it'll tie in. It's complementary and opposite as well, so it'll be fine. I'm working on it, we're getting there. It's all good. Not Jazz, Auntie Daz. Also, I've got primary colours in inks and paints as well. I don't know if I can make a pink with it, but we'll see. It's fine. It's all good. We're on it. We're getting there. We're doing the things. It's massively productive. It's not a surprise. I've got a headache all the time. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to go. I'm going to go and have a cup of tea. I'm going to go and play on my phone. And I'm going to get some sleep tomorrow. I have an interview with the lady at the High Cross Shopping Centre to see what's happening with the newest exhibition space, so I will update you all on that tomorrow. So there will be a quick kind of half an hour-ish Twitch stream tomorrow to update you all on the venue and let you know how that goes. Other than that, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your evening, and if I don't see you tomorrow, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend and the rest of your week. I'm sorry that at the minute we're only doing once a week, but as you can see, I am really busy and there's no strict schedule right now apart from Wednesday evenings. The rest of the time is an as and when, I'm afraid. So yeah, that's me gone. I'm going. I'm out of here. Right, I'll speak to you all later. Have a fantastic night, and I love you all, apart from Kaylee and Sam, who are both knobheads. I love you all lots, and I will see you all later.